Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren Fix, and this is 4 Minute Friday. Here's what's going on in your automotive world. This week, we're going to be talking about federal gasoline taxes and how it's going to impact all of us. Even those of you that have plug-in cars are not going to be happy about this. You want to hear more? Stay right with us. Let's put 4 minutes on the clock. Now, we've all heard about the federal highway taxes and the gasoline taxes that are charged in your state, and every state has their own state taxes, and the federal government then charges additional taxes. Those monies are supposed to go into a fund that's designed exclusively for your roads and bridges. Well, they've recently added in over some period of time, because, it's a slid in some backdoor policy, that they're going to be adding in infrastructure for high-speed rail, for the current train stations, and a lot of that ends up getting split up and moved around based on federal grants. Now, the Congress and White House agreed that infrastructure needs to be repaired, and the president said, figure it out. Well, virtually everyone on Capitol Hill and the White House is in agreement that we need to do something. How are we going to pay for that? Well, you know how that goes. That means it's going to be your tax dollars. So that may be okay if you have gigantic potholes that will suck up a Mini Cooper, and we do have those all over New York State. I've seen them in Michigan. Literally, they're everywhere, and they haven't been repaired properly. We always say when we're driving on the road and we see these big potholes, it's somebody's brother-in-law. In other words, somebody got the deal, that person got that deal, they fixed it in kind of a half-hearted way, knowing that in 2 to 3 years, they're going to be back and get another job. It's called job security. But there's more to it than that. The general agreement is that they need to raise money first. So how are they going to raise money? Well, the first thing is the Chamber of Commerce has been a big supporter, which makes no sense to me because the Chamber of Commerce is supposed to help small businesses and consumers. They want to raise your gas taxes by, ready for this? 42 cents per gallon. It's a sliding scale, they say. Well, I know it's going to be more than that, and so do you. Now, 42 cents a gallon on top of whatever gasoline is right now is a lot. So if you're paying $1.50 a gallon, you're now paying $1.92 a gallon. That can add up quickly. And who does that impact? That doesn't impact wealthy people. That impacts the average American, where every dollar counts, whether you spend it on food or, in this case, it would be gasoline. And owning an EV may seem like, oh, that's the answer. They'll force more people to buy electric vehicles. No, they're going to charge you a by the mile on top of that. So there's all these unique things they're trying to do to raise the highway taxes. So currently, as of today, it's 18.4 cents. So every gallon of gasoline that you purchase, it's 18.4 cents. The state charges you additional taxes, and some states charge EVs by the mileage. They can do that based on registration or when you go in for repair or you go to the dealer. Believe me, they're tracking you and they know how to track you. Now, there's some interesting things that are also involved in this. The Highway Trust Fund finances most federal government spending for their highways and mass transit, and those revenues are from basically a fund that's used for transportation-related issues, excise taxes that charge to diesel truck drivers. There's a lot of different places that money comes from. A lot of times that money doesn't end up in highways and roads, as you can witness. It ends up in the general fund, which means who knows where the heck it goes, whether it's supporting a puppet show or something absurd, or someone's gold-plated toilet, or a brand new jet that we don't get to ride on. But the Highway Trust Fund tracks federal spending and revenues for surface transportation, and that fund is a bunch of separate accounts. So the federal government accounts for about 1/4 of all public spending on roads and highways. The DavisBacon Law was from 1931. It's a United States federal law that establishes the requirement for paying local prevailing wages of public works projects for laborers and mechanics. But also the DavisBacon Act was passed by Congress and signed by President Hoover in order to take those taxes, both on a state level and a federal level, supposedly to help you with your roads and bridges. Well, go out there and look at your roads and bridges and you'll see that's not the case. So what I'd like you to do is say your piece on social media. Go out there and let those elected people that you know, whether it be state, local, or federal, don't charge us more gasoline. Find other ways to save money and stop wasting money on things that don't make sense. They're working on airports? Great. They're working on roads and bridges? Fine. Stop giving the bid to the person who gives you the lowest price, because obviously you get what you pay for. If you make an agreement with the lowest common denominator, that's the product of quality you will receive. Obviously, this is not a good situation. So make sure to stand up and say your piece, because right now they are hot and heavy looking for a solution to repair those roads and bridges. And I'm not happy about it. How do you feel? As you know, I travel a lot, both by plane and by car, and one of my favorite things to do is listen to audiobooks and try and catch up on some of those really nice books that we just kind of use for relaxation, or maybe just to empower ourselves. Check out audiobooks.com. There's a link down below. We are offering a free book to those that sign up, and maybe you'll become a fan like I am. Check out the description and links below for more information. If you like this video and you'd like to see more, just click right up there. You'll see we have some pretty cool videos, not just car reviews, but some great information to empower you. If you want to see what YouTube suggests, just click right down there. And of course, if you'd like to subscribe, right over there, follow us on all forms of social media right down here. And we'll see you next week. Thanks so much for watching.